Hello and welcome to LFC Boot Room. My name is Kris and today we're going to be looking at Liverpool's style, more principles of play. In this series we're going to be looking at what makes Liverpool tick and how Liverpool play differently to other teams that isn't so obvious. Let's get to it. Liverpool's style of play is often categorised as gegenpressing, big switches, long balls, even by opponents. This is not so true. Often when we speak about football, we can get trapped into using the same ideas over and over again. An idea can stick with a team forever, for example, two flying fullbacks, for example, which isn't really the case with Liverpool anymore, with Robertson tucking more than he used to into the back line. Now, when we look at this, we really need to understand what are Liverpool doing, and that's the aim today. And the first thing we're going to look at in this series is Liverpool's invertedness. It's a word that's thrown about in football tactics, invert. And often we can say that it's used in the correct way, however, not particularly explained. Looking at this diagram, we get a really good idea that what Liverpool do is more about creating space and creating passing lanes. But at the same time, it also serves many other functions that we'll go through, so stick around. As Liverpool have the ball in a normal, for example, 4-3-3 position, the passing lanes aren't as open, especially when opponents are covering those lines. Now, as opponents are covering those lines, it becomes difficult to make high-value through balls or efficient passes in order to progress up the pitch. What Liverpool do excellently is they move their players away from the traditional positions in order to open up those passing lanes, and the second point is to keep possession high up the pitch. By playing inverted, we can see here how it's very easy for Trent Alexander-Arnold to come inside, and as a result, when he comes inside, it produces another player going out to the wing, and that means that Trent, a more dangerous player, is in a more profitable position. At the same time, on the opposite wing, we can see that when the new signing Mane, the new signing Diaz, or Mane, for example, get the ball on the left wing, by them coming inside, it really means that Liverpool are able to open up those passing lanes, and at the same time, when they are closer to goal, those inverted wingers, as the Football Manager phrase says, are able to get off shots in dangerous positions. We really need to remember at the same time, another benefit of that is allowing the Robertson or Trent to go past the incoming winger, because as they come in, the fullbacks come in with them, and then Robertson and Trent are able to get behind. This invertedness you'll see time and time again. Elliott, Mohamed Salah, now Jones is playing predominantly on the left, and I think that was always the plan. And then before him we had Mane, Diaz. It's really a trait of Liverpool, because what they want to do is strangle the middle of the pitch so that when they regain that possession, they can then continue playing. It's an amazing tactic for an intense team, but it demands intensity. It does not work without intensity, because if there is no intensity, especially within those players strangling the middle of the pitch, it's pretty much useless. The final point that I'll go on to, because I want to make this series quite quick and quite small chunks of information, digestible pieces of information, is that by having this idea of constantly coming inside, of constantly working, it's mental fatigue for the other team. It really, really is, because they have to close their ranks and at the same time worry about the centre of the pitch, and then If Robertson overlaps or Trent overlaps, they have to come back out again. It's an exhausting task to play against Liverpool. It really, really is. Reverse balls, for example, overloads on the right-hand side with Henderson, Salah and Trent traditionally, moving towards Elliott in the future, I predict. This constant mental manipulation and rondas in really high positions is exhausting. And that's what they're doing to their opponent. They're absolutely exhausting them mentally more than anything. And I hope with that you had a really good idea of one of the key principles of Liverpool's style of play. There's going to be more, so please stick with the series. Please subscribe and follow me on Twitter. I would really appreciate that. Have a great day. Love from the LFC transfer room team, and take care. Bye bye.